Hey, it's Megan. Welcome back to another $1 hack video. This time I'm sharing 10 Christmas hacks with you that's gonna make your Christmas easier, cheaper, and just all around more festive on a budget. And with all that said, we are getting started right now. And we are kicking this video off with my favorite and easiest hack. Like, this is the trifecta of Christmas hacks, for real. All you need is one of Dollar Tree's broom handles, some of their metal barbecue skewers, and one metal wreath form. You're gonna place the wreath form in the middle of your lawn somewhere that's needing a little bit of extra Christmas spirit. I did mine right in the middle of my house up front. And use the metal barbecue skewers to hold the wreath form in place. Just stab it into the ground. Then stab your broomstick into the middle of the wreath form. Snatch up some zip ties, also available at Dollar Tree, and zip tie your Christmas lights at the bottom of the wreath form and then at the top of the broom handle. So you're not gonna zip tie at the bottom of the wreath form or like at the bottom of our tree because we're making a tree. You only need to run that under the wreath form, but you will need to zip tie at the top of the broom handle. Originally, I thought that I could run the lights through the hole where the broom handle is, but it didn't fit, or my lights didn't fit. Maybe yours will. So you do zip tie at the top. You only have to zip tie at the bottom at the very beginning and maybe at the very end. Snazz it up even more by adding a light up star. And I don't know, I really love the way this looks. I love colored lights, very nostalgic, super Christmas feels for me. By the way, Dollar Tree solar lights, very impressed with the colored, vintage looking light bulb solar lights. They're super bright, really nice and colorful, and they're great as is. But if you want to take that Christmas festivity level from an 8 to a 10, spray paint the bottom of the solar light. Then grab some of Dollar Tree's Christmas gift ribbon and hot glue that around the part we just spray painted. So it's gonna look like a candy cane. Then some of their Christmas ribbon. They have this style. They have all kinds of candy looking style Christmas ribbon. Pick the ribbon of your choice, really. Hot glue a bow to the top, and that's it. Now you got some nice looking solar lights during the day, and they still look really nice at night, just the same. This next hack is more of like a decorative solution. So I love Christmas lights, but I hate the cords, and I'm sure most of us do. A really easy way to hide those is use some of Dollar Tree's removable command hooks, or they're a brand of command hooks. Just put them around the cord, stick them to the wall. So here's my mantle before, here it is after. Voila, super simple, super easy. Now here's another really easy idea. This is a plastic laundry bin, actually from Dollar Tree. So if you don't have a broken laundry bin, just go buy one from Dollar Tree if you want to do this. You cut off the top, cut off the bottom, and then you can wrap it up with rope. It doesn't matter that mine's busted and broken, or if yours is busted and broken, just the same. You just hot glue it, wrap it with rope, and this makes a really nice tree skirt for a pencil size Christmas tree. So my Christmas tree was from Walmart, I want to say 2 or 3 years ago. And I believe it's under 3 feet wide at the bottom, and it fits it perfectly. Love the way that looks. While we're talking about Christmas trees, here's another hack for you. Dollar Tree's garden gloves, and if you can't find those, just use their cleaning gloves. Either one. Save your hands. I'm so pale. My hands get red so easily, so scratched up. And this just makes fluffing your tree and putting your tree together so much easier. It saves your hands. And while we're still on the topic of Christmas trees, Dollar Tree's Garland ties are another winner chicken dinner. I use these to hold my ribbon in place. Now, best practice, definitely use wired ribbon. I don't use wired ribbon. I use the same burlap ribbon over and over again every single year, not wired. But these Garland ties hold it in place. And even if you do use wired ribbon, I don't know about you, I'm always rearranging my Christmas tree after I put it up. So the Garland ties help keep the ribbon in place so much better. And my tree looks the way I decorated it from like day one to day take it down. A cool way to decorate indoors or outdoors is to snatch up a few of Dollar Tree's pip berries and one of their 3D wreath forms. The 3D wreath forms come in two different sizes. They have a 10-inch and a 14-inch. I'm using the 10-inch. They also come with a little connector to hold the wreath forms in place. I find it easier to use zip ties. No matter how you put your wreath form together, using the zip ties or the piece that it comes with, just wrap pip berries all the way around your wreath form. I used like 2.5 packs and then just use some twine, also available at Dollar Tree, and wrap that around your 3D wreath form. After that, you can add a bow at the top to hang it, or add a ribbon tie to hang it, and then add a swag. So Dollar Tree carries Christmas picks, and you can totally use that, but I always snatch up Christmas picks on sale for like 75 cents, 25 cents, Michael's or Joann's, sometimes even Dollar General. They're like a great place to shop after Christmas sales. So word to the wise, heads up for in a few months from now. And oh, by the way, to hang this, I used one of Dollar Tree's over-the-door hooks, like their indoor over-the-door hooks. This works out fine. I actually have that over-the-door hook outside at all times to hang, like it did have a plant on it. And so I changed it out for my ornament. Now for this next idea, you just need one of Dollar Tree's over-the-door wreath hanger hooks, some of their leather or faux leather ribbon, and some wider ribbon. Hot glue your wider ribbon to your wreath hanger, and then take your faux leather ribbon and hot glue that to the middle of the wider ribbon. You see what I'm saying there? Not sure my words are making sense, but I'm 100% sure you can see what I'm doing. Then some of Dollar Tree's bells, they come in like 40 to a pack, 20 to a pack. I think the largest pack is 50, but those are itty bitty small bells. And then make a bow. Now, hey, if you want to know how to make a bow, I'm not the best teacher, but I do show you how I make my version of a very simple bow in my most recent video. I'll have that video linked in the description. Now, the cool thing about this wreath hanger is you can use it, doesn't matter the size of the wreath or the style. You can always make your wreath look super Christmassy, and it works well with any wreath. I'm very proud, and I love the way that wreath hanger looks. If you're a regular Dollar Tree shopper, then I don't have to tell you twice. I don't even have to tell you once. Dollar Tree has all kinds of Christmas wrapping paper. But to me, a big part of a gift, you can take a great gift to an amazing gift with the presentation. And where this hat comes into play is snatch up one of Dollar Tree's ornaments. And then Dollar Tree has a plethora of really nice Christmas ribbon to choose from to snazz up your gift. I prefer the more neutral or even just like basic plaid style prints. And then I can really jazz up my gifts with the decorations. For children, if you're a mom, I mean, maybe it's just my kids, my nieces and nephews too. They love bells. So if it's like a kid's gift and it's going to a niece or a nephew, I always add a bell. But this works for adults and kids. It's just a great presentation. Even a white elephant Christmas party. We actually did that for my husband a few years back. It was more of a gag gift, but because I decorated the packaging super snazzy, his gift got chosen first and it turned out being really funny. In many of my previous videos, I've mentioned I'm not a fan of Walmart's less than $1 spray paint for most spray painting projects. Although, when it comes to Christmas, I think they need to rebrand their spray paint as permanent faux snow because it works really well to flock garland or a wreath. But another option is you can take one of Dollar Tree sponges, rip it in half or in thirds, or use it whole. I just like to make my dollar last longer, and sponge paint some chalk paint onto your garland or wreath. Now for garland ties, also available at Dollar Tree, I shared this hack last year. You can hang garland or lights on brick. Now what I did different this year was I added the zip ties and then I hung the garland using a garland tie. And if you watched my video last year, I just found this a lot easier to do. It was easier to have the zip tie dry because it didn't have the weight on it. And I've done this for multiple years, y'all. It doesn't ruin the brick. It rips off right after the season's done. I'm in Texas, so we're still having 80-degree days here and it stays up. I don't know how it would hold up in super duper cold weather, but in warmer weather, it does great. Now, here's another idea that I also shared previously that we're going to make this the Christmas version, which is take $2 Tree's MDF signs, glue them together, and now we're gonna hot glue some zip ties. What this is gonna do is it's gonna make a really nice table centerpiece without the mess. I love seeing these gorgeous Christmas and falls originally when I did this, centerpieces or tablescapes, but it almost gives me anxiety looking and thinking like you have to move that to eat because we actually use our dining room table. So what this does, it makes it so much easier to decorate. And then when it's time to eat, for me, example, I just remove the candlesticks and I can easily pick up the entire garland and tablescape, move it off the table to eat. And when we're done, simply put it back where it was. And like I said, I did something very similar for fall. For fall, I used Dollar Tree's pop stickers, I believe it's what they're called, or pop-up stickers to hold the pumpkins in place. So either way works just fine. And for this last idea, Dollar Tree's garland, it's 15 feet long and it's not great, like just as garland, in my opinion. But there are so many great ideas and DIY hacks for them. My favorite way to use their garland is to use it to hold two bigger pieces of garland together. So instead of just twisting my garland together or using garland ties, the longer 15 feet garland from Dollar Tree holds the garland together, but it also makes it really full because you can fluff each garland separately and almost quadruple the size than if you were just to twist them together. And that's what I do every year for my garland on my mantle. I'll do it for the garland upstairs in the kids' living room for their, Christmas decorations. And that has always worked out really well for me. And that is it, my friends. Those are all my hacks. And by the way, super out of character here, I got 2 uploads coming this week. So have your eyes on the lookout for that. So much love to you, and I will catch you next time.